So this is Guided by Voices, which is a big 90s band that came to Oberlin for Halloween. This is the Dandelion Romp. Oberlin College Contra Dance Group holds an annual big dance sexual information center, just educating the campus about sexual safety. Tori Heller is a folk artist. The Oberlin Student Cooperative Association is Das Racist, which is just a hip-hop duo that came to the SCO. The Taiko Dome Exco had their final performance. This is just advertising for the Oberlin College Badminton Club Girls, which is an indie band from San Francisco. Yeah, there's this one, Dorm Resource Reduction Competition, where the whole campus promotes reducing resources. This is for the Filipino American Student Association brunch that we had earlier this October. So if someone didn't know me and they came into my room and saw these posters on my wall, they'd probably just think that I had a really big thing for silkscreen posters, which is true. I'm not denying that. But a lot of these have been designed and printed by me. My name is Karl Orozco. I'm a second-year student at Oberlin College. I'm from New Jersey, and I'm a studio art major. Coming into Oberlin, I didn't really know what I wanted to major in, and I initially wanted to take like a drawing class. I didn't actually get into the drawing class, and I took silk screening almost on a whim. And like very thankfully and luckily, I just fell in love with it. It was frustrating at first and very hard, but also very rewarding. I just spent nights there where I would just keep printing just because I loved it, yeah. So lots of different organizations and groups on campus come to me whenever they have an event coming. And this one's actually special because I was commissioned as well as another screen printer at Oberlin, Justin Harris. More often than not, I do feel like a connection with the groups that I, work with. We were basically contracted by the band to make 100 copies and sell them at Hale's gym, for $15 a piece. Get into these like conversations with people, like why they do what they do. It was very hands-on, and it was very much how screen printers make band posters in the real world. Yeah, kept the money. Although actually, Guided by Voices took 10% of our profits. These have just been like hanging out here under my bed. This is basically like an on-campus job for me. I think I've learned, how artists out of Oberlin get jobs and how they freelance their work. I do a lot of work with Illustrator, but also some with Photoshop. This is for an end-of-the-year art exhibit. The name of the show is called Toys That Encourage Thinking. And I guess when I heard the name, I chose a kaleidoscope. Here we have text, all information, and then here's basically where the bulk of the design comes in. So I have all these different layers going on. There's this black, blue layer of magenta that's going to go over that, and then finally over those two will be this layer of yellow. And that's just the design process. All this red comes on one screen, and all this purple comes from one screen. The screen is made of this nylon mesh where ink can go through, but only when given pressure. Maybe from start to finish, each poster I spend about 10 to 12, 14 hours from designing, printing. I haven't gotten bored yet. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna press start, and that's gonna create a vacuum here. This light is gonna come on, there. So now that's just exposing the screen. The parts that are black, the light's not gonna hit it. So everything that the light didn't hit stays water soluble, and you can just wash it out with a power washer in there. I think what I learned from former silk screeners at Oberlin that you could make a good profit off of it, I was like, oh, that's good to know. I should try my hand at it and see if I'm any good at it. And obviously I get paid by some of these organizations, but I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't enjoy it. And then we wash it out. So once I finish exposing the screen, I bring them over here to these tables and secure the screen here. And usually I have to mix whatever ink I need. I've grown a lot as an artist just through the printing medium, learning how colors interact, learning the value of just time management too. You could literally have this and print, 200 copies of it with just one screen and a cup of ink and the squeegee. Get dirty quick like a machine. So there's definitely a huge variety of organizations on campus. The population is just really diverse in terms of interests and what people like doing. And I think that's what makes silk screening here, really exciting, because there's people who are really into, music or art or sports or anything you could really think of. There's got to be someone here at Oberlin that's good at it or really passionate about it. And I think it makes me keep wanting to do more, yeah. I'm actually the chair of Oberlin Filipino American Student Association. I am Filipino American. For most of my life, I didn't really embrace that side of me before coming to Oberlin. We offer Filipino and Filipino American students on campus just, safe space, social gatherings, getting to know each other. Outside of Oberlin, I'm not really sure. I've been thinking of ways to have a cheap studio in whatever apartment I have, however small it may be. So now I just finished the magenta run, and now I'm about to detach my screen and bring it over to the washroom. One of the great things that I find being at Oberlin is just because it's such a weird place and there's so much going on, you grow as an artist in ways that you can't really be taught. Yeah, you can teach technical details. If you don't have ideas to back it up, what's it for? Yeah, so that's about it. I think that's pretty much every step of the design of the printing process, at least the physical process, so that should be good.